Hey everyone. So I know that I said I was going to be live a couple times this week. And guess what? I got sick and my son got sick. So it's like every time I try to come on, something happens and it's the wildest thing. I'm a little stuffed up. I'm okay though. Luckily, it was a fairly mild cold. I just hope that we're on the mend. I think we are. But that means that today, maybe another day before the weekend, I might be able to come on one other time if I can find a time in the day. But the goal was to be here 2 to 3 times a week during the day, which I know that's not a lot, but it's more than what I have been doing. So we're just gonna have to. I feel like I just need to stop making plans because when I do, something happens. So you see me when you see me, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna be live until 3. It is 2 p.m. right now, so I'm just gonna be here for about an hour. We are gonna do free questions, and donations are open. Just normal prices, nothing's changed. I don't want to be too complicated today. Usually I up my prices every year at the beginning of the year, but I don't want to do that yet because I'm not back consistently enough to do that. So take advantage of it while you can, basically. Everyone's at work. I know. I'm on so early compared to normal. I don't think anyone's used to it. And honestly, I don't know if this is going to be the schedule that I continue, but right now my husband has knocks and he works at 3 or a little after 3, so I've got to go. And then my sister, she said that she could watch him for a stretch during the day in between feedings. So that's really the only pockets of time I have. Otherwise, I'm full-time mom right now, and this little guy still does not let me do anything. He's like, he loves me and he wants me all to himself. So let me go ahead and shuffle, and then if you guys donate, just let me know. And we're just going to hang out for the next 45 minutes or so. I know people are not used to me being on right now, so it's going to take some getting used to. All right, this is for... Hey, Aesthetic, welcome in. First baby is hardest, second baby is easier. I think we got put through the ringer. Yeah, going from 0 to 1 is a big adjustment, and then also just the way everything has happened. Sophie, I don't know if you were here or not, but I ended up going to the hospital for a week before I even had him. I got Bell's palsy towards the end of my pregnancy and went to the hospital for that, and high blood pressure. And they told me that I was basically on the verge of having preeclampsia. I also went in for an extreme upper respiratory infection that was borderline pneumonia. So I was whether I was going to have him or not, I had to be hospitalized either way. And then at the end of the week, it was a full 7 days that I was there before I even had him. And then I was there for another 3 days after I had him. So we kind of came home on a sleep deficit because, they're in and out of your rooms all the time. We didn't have time to really put our house in order. My sister was here all week doing that for us while we were at the hospital because we knew we were coming home with a baby and nothing was done. None of the last minute stuff was done. And then my son, he had reflux, he had colic. He has like really bad skin issues. Like, I mean, just like the works. Everything's crazy. It's just been absolutely insane. So all that to say, it's been a crazy adjustment into parenthood for sure. I think that we've had it pretty hard. He's getting older. I do think in certain ways it's getting easier, but I think we're still kind of in the thick of it right now as like new parents. Oh, you were here. You heard that? Okay. I didn't know if you heard it or not. Yeah. And then now he's sick. So we're like, ah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We are feeling better. Thank you, Amy. Tina sent for an in-depth. All right, Tina. PayPal. Okay. I don't think the email came through, but I'll double check. I'll verify. And then IJ, I also got your donation as well. Tina, thank you so much. Appreciate that, Shirley. All right. So I have Sophie, Galley Castle, Margaret, Shirley, Amy, Theana, Aesthetic, and Tina. If you dropped... Oh, I think I just got the PayPal notification. I think it just came through. Let's see. Baby. Tina, your donation just came through, girl. So I've got IJ and then Tina on the donation list. That's what I have right now. It gets more difficult as they get older, not easier. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Then when they walk. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to chasing him around and him just being happy all the time, and versus like him just being just in distress and upset and in pain. And like, I think when he's more mobile and stuff like that, like, I know that it's going to be harder in different ways, but it's incredibly demanding what I'm dealing with right now. And it's not his fault. It's just the hands were dealt, you know? But if he's happy and it just means more physical work for me, that's fine. I don't care about that. Dan, I have your question. Amy, I can do your question offline. Yes, I can. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, Sophie. I think he's probably tired, babe. Yeah, the room is set up for him if he does fall asleep.
Just walk him around.
Okay. Amy, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Firespawn, no, you're not too late for the free list. We got a couple minutes left. All right. Sophie, does Javier want to be more than friends? I am getting a yes, Sophie. I feel like things are developing actually as well. The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords is here. It almost looks like a progression for me. And like wanting to like be around you, be closer to you, 6 of Cups. So I'm going to say yes for that. Galley, well, I'm seeing you have a relationship this year. We have Ace of Swords. The energy is stable. It might be gaining momentum, but I don't think it's necessarily a relationship. But I think that you would see progress. Like, I think that you would see more happening this year than previous years. I just don't know if this person's in it for a relationship. Like, if that's what this person is looking for right now. He's kind of keeping to himself, it seems like. Margaret. So Margaret, I don't answer questions in regards to like finances and legal contracts and settlements and things like that. You're more than welcome to change your question if you want. Shirley, may I please ask, will I get offered the job at school if you hand your application in? I'm getting a yes. Celebration, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is kind of like where people are celebrating you, congratulating you. This could be because of a promotion potentially, or just getting the offer on the job itself, seeing you as like a standout amongst everyone else. So that's a yes for me. Amy, does Eric miss you at all as of late? Hanged Man. So this is kind of that limbo period where it's like he hasn't really moved forward or moved backwards. It's kind of like things are at a standstill right now. So as a yes or no, this is a no for me, but it means that you guys are just kind of frozen in time. Like your relationship, your situation hasn't really moved forward or backwards. Sienna, will you get hired as an assistant teacher at a daycare in March? The card I have is the Sun. That's a yes for me. Positivity shining down on the situation for you. Aesthetic, will Nicole be open to a Saturday meet after a short break? Let's see. I have a no, 10 of Wands. Aesthetic, that does signify the end of an energy. So it could signal that maybe new, better energy is coming in between the two of you. But as for your question specifically, I'm getting a no right now. Her not being open to it at this time. Tina, oh, you're just telling me you donated. Okay. Afsane. I typically don't answer questions like this, Afsane. So when it comes to like finances and stuff, with like business decisions, contracts, settlements, things like that, just know that. But since it's an item lost, I'm just gonna pull a card and we'll see. Will she find her lost item? 9 of Pentacles, I am getting a yes. 9 of Pentacles is like all your hard work is paying off. So just make sure that she is continuing the effort. She stays determined to find what she's looking for. And it says that her hard work will pay off in the end and she'll get her riches. So that's a yes for me. Dan Clark, am I getting closer to being with my crush? Dan Clark. I have a yes, Queen of Swords for you on that one. It does show that your crush is still being a little bit standoffish, a little bit guarded, but looking at you and being more open here. Amy, so I wanted to just say really quickly, if I do yours offline, it's going to be, I'll put you at the end of the list because I'm going to have to do yours last when I sign off, okay? But I got your donation. So if no other donations come in, you're just staying in the same order you already are in. But if more donations come in, I'm going to do those. And since yours is offline, as soon as I sign off, I'll get it done. I don't know how many more donations I can take, guys, because I'm only going to be here for about 45 more minutes. So just go ahead and get your donations in if you are wanting a reading. Sophie, thank you so much for the well wishes. Everybody, I really appreciate everything that you're saying here in the chat. I'm sorry I can't keep up with everything. Fire Spawn, let's see. We are going to go ahead and close the free list as well. I'm going to get Margaret because she needed to rephrase her question. Shirley, you're welcome. You said your son is 18. You missed when he was a baby. Oh, I know. I try to be as present as I possibly can. Because like I'm not trying to rush his life, you know, and that's part of the hard part is I'm really enduring this difficult time right now because I'm conflicted. I'm not ready for him to grow out of this stage, but at the same time, it's really hard. Said you're at a standstill, definitely feels this way. Yeah, from his perspective, I can see that. Have a good rest of your day at work, Amy. It looks like I got a message from you. You're welcome, Aesthetic. Let's see. Cherish every moment. One thing is that time flies. I wish I could hold him again like a baby. I'm so happy for you. Being a mommy is a blessing. Sophie, thank you so much. I mean, it's definitely been a joy nonetheless. Dan, you're welcome. Amy, I'll see you later. And Sienna, you're welcome for answering your question. We are going to close the free list. Free list closed. I'm going to answer for Firespawn, and I'm going to answer for Margaret. And then we're going to move on to donations, which let me list those really quickly. All right, we have IJ, we have Tina, we have Amy, and that's it for the moment. I'll let you know when I'm going to close all lists down. Sophie, oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day as well. IJ, if you want to go ahead and post your questions here, feel free. Oh, wait, you already sent them to me. Hold on. I see them on Instagram. Oh, awesome. Okay. Got it. I hearted your message so you know that I saw it. Okay, Firespawn. All right, Firespawn. Let's see. I have a yes. I have the star. The star actually is like a very sensual energy. It talks about like the nighttime, evening time thoughts, things like that. So that is for you there. And then last person on my list is Margaret. I have a yes, 3 of Wands, Margaret. This is the card of expansion, moving forward, kind of starting over, starting like into a new place, a new energy. It can even talk about like packing up and moving on, but basically I feel like whatever you've been in right now, if it feels like things haven't really been moving forward, this card signifies expansion, like the ability to move on, potentially get what it is you're looking for, get back what you're looking for. But it's a yes for me either way. Firespawn, you're very welcome. All right, so we are working on, you're welcome. We're working on IJ's reading. IJ donated for an in-depth reading. IJ, if you're here, let me know. If not, I have your question either way. Shuffling for you now. All right, how is she feeling about things as they're developing? Let's see.
Is America's most trusted auto protection company and has helped save more drivers more money on cars.
I feel like things, okay, so the phrase cleaning house is coming through for me. I'm seeing something in these cards that I typically don't see, and whenever that happens, I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about. I feel like, and I guess the other word would be like alignment. I feel like your connection, the way things are developing between you, is making her analyze her life and kind of maybe revamp or recondition or replan, restructure. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for specifically, but like how things are going for her. It's almost like being in connection with you gives her the strength, the support, the desire and vision to really like revamp her life and the people in it and the people that she surrounds herself with. Um, it feels like spring cleaning of what it is she wants and what it is she's looking for. I feel like you don't know, but you influence her pretty strongly. You don't realize, like, you might go, okay, something that I have said to her, hopefully it matters to her. But I think you don't realize like how much of a lasting impact that thing leaves on her. You can, and it may not click for her right away sometimes too, but she might go back to something you said, or like maybe she's in the kitchen doing dishes or cooking or something, and then all of a sudden something you said just kind of hits her and she's like, wow, I don't know why I didn't realize like what he meant before, but now like I'm understanding. I think because she's always like so fast paced sometimes. I don't think she always like really absorbs everything you're saying. She sees it at face value and she appreciates it and takes it with her, but it's like later it hits her, like it's like a long-term effect that you have on her. And I think that just that consistency over time, that showing up for her, that offering that support to her, that making her feel seen over time, just really kind of changes her perspective. It makes her realize like, hey, if this person that like I have had a connection with but isn't quote unquote part of my daily life in like a real life capacity, but they're having this impact on me and they're showing up and supporting me and being there for me. Maybe the people in my life that aren't even like doing what he's doing, but they're actually here every single day, maybe I should be reanalyzing this. Is this someone that I want in my life? Kind of like basically saying like if they wanted to they would. Like I think that she's kind of reevaluating maybe some of her friendships, some of her relationships, and also like the things that she wants for her life. I think she's looking for some kind of cleansing, maybe a purge, if you will. It's just the expression cleaning house, looking around at her options. And this is coming from like an emotional place as well. This is not coming from I guess from her perspective, this is just something I have to do, being very realistic. It's almost like something she's feeling within her, that she's like a gut instinct, like a guttural reaction, basically, of like, this is what I need to be doing because he's inspiring me. He's changing my perspective. He's making me feel seen. And it's like if other people, it's like you're the bar now or something. She's like holding other people to this standard that you have now provided to her, because she's thinking to herself, I'm barely giving anything to him and he is seeing me. And like if that's what I'm getting from someone who's not even like in a relationship with me, why am I putting up with these other things in these other areas? And it may not just be friendships, or it may not be friendships at all. It could just be people in her life. It could be like a job if she's not feeling appreciated there. It just comes down to like feeling like, where am I aligned? What is meant for me? And I know that in regards to like your connection, how she's feeling things are developing between you, is that she's building a stronger bond. She's building a stronger connection. She's looking at you almost like a compass, like you're what would IJ do? You know what I mean? Like, what would IJ Eves do? I feel like she's thinking to herself, like, if I were to be brainstorming and I were to be having try to figure out what my next move was going to be, what would that conversation with IJ be like? What would he tell me to do? Do you get what I mean? You're becoming like a sounding board to her. You're becoming something that she feels like she can kind of bounce ideas off of. And like, that's actually a big component of being a partner, being a boyfriend, being a husband, etc., is being that person that person can bounce ideas off of and kind of come to solutions together. And so she's almost starting to fit you into the puzzle piece of like a partner of hers. And I feel like she's growing maybe more of an emotional attachment to you, because there's a bunch of cards here that have to do with cups, like Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, basically talking about how she's maybe feeling like more emotionally close to you. So overall, I think that this is a really great trajectory for your connection. Feel free to like message me, let me know of any updates if you want to. Hopefully this resonates and makes sense to you what I'm saying. But I think that you're you're shifting from like acquaintance to friend to now maybe she's putting you in that like relationship category. Thank you, IJ. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We are going to move on to Tina. Tina, if you're here, if you want to check in with me real quick. And then let me know what your question is. I have you down for an in-depth reading, it looks like. Tina, did you leave your question with me and I'm just overlooking it? Let me see. Oh, maybe your question is on your payment? Oh, I've got it. Your question is on your payment. Okay. All right. So this is for Tina. I think everybody's at work right now, so they're leaving their questions with me. Okay. So for Tina, your question is on PayPal. I'm looking at it now. Was that in your chair?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, Tina, let's shuffle for you. You're back. He's getting heavier. Uh-oh. Oh, it's turned towards the bed. If you turn just the top box, like so, there's two boxes stacked on top of each other. I keep the bottom one where it's at, so that way I know like where to put it back to. So I just literally shift the top box, and then because it's taped to it, the camera moves with it. Go lay down. Go lay down. Get down. All right, Tina. Oh, you said you're busy getting ready for work. Okay. Let's see. What happened?
Just guesstimate it. Guys,
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to look where it was pointing and look where he was at.
Yeah. Is the volume up on it? Can you hear static? You got to listen closely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Tina. So the first thing that came out was the Ace of Wands. That is kind of like passion and creativity. It's like where you're just suddenly getting like inspiration. I feel like this person would want you to know that they are. Do you know, like, okay, when I'm trying to explain this, as human beings, we ebb and flow emotionally. Like some days we feel like we're 10 out of 10. We feel good. We're motivated. We are just like can conquer the world. We can get everything done, and we just feel like, man, like I'm on it. I feel like everything's working out for me. I'm hitting every green light. Everything is great. And then like some days you're not feeling like that. So I feel like he wants you to know that when he messaged you, like that's where he was at. He was pumped. He was excited for like what's to come for him. He was feeling creative. He was feeling inspired. He was feeling just kind of on that like high, I guess you could say. And I specifically asked if this was like romantic in nature, and I'm getting a no, but like a no that's conditional. So I'm not sure like if this is potentially like a love interest. Again, I'm getting a no for like romance. But if this is something that you could see that happening with, there is the Knight of Swords here, which kind of indicates like something that moves fast, something with the ambition, determination, something that could change very quickly on its head. So as of right now, like when he was messaging you, it wasn't necessarily like that. It was more like, I want to share my good news. I want to catch up. I want to see what she's doing. I want to like converse. I want to check in. I'm just interested to see how things are with her. But if romance is on the table, if that's something you're interested in, if that's a possibility, if this is like more than a friend or something like that, I think that energy could shift very fast from where his head is at, from where his perspective is. But when he reached out, it was a no at that time. It's more like just wanting that conversation. It does feel, if I can be honest, a little egocentric. Like I feel like he it's kind of like a show-offy name dropping situation. Like he's very proud maybe of what's happening in his life. I have the Six of Wands. That's where like you are celebrating something. It could also be like other people celebrating you. So maybe like really excited to share this information with you potentially. This could come after a period of time in his life where maybe he felt like things weren't really moving, things were at a standstill for him. And so maybe he feels like he's feeling empowered and feeling excited. It could also indicate that he's excited to talk to you. The Six of Wands really talks about like appreciation and feeling seen. And, maybe he just wanted to kind of reconnect and get back in the loop with you as well, because he feels that way about you. He feels like he appreciates you and that he wants to be seen by you and that kind of thing. I feel like there's a lot of different ways that this can go, but I feel like what he needs you to know, I guess I could say, is that he is not right now the kind of person that can be pinned down. He has too much going on. We have the Seven of Cups, which talks about options. So this means that whether it's platonic, whether it's strictly like just friendship or whatever, or if there's something more that could come of this, his perspective is I have options. His perspective is I've got a lot going on. I have a lot on my plate right now. Seven of Cups just means he's like, he could feel one way one day and then feel different the next. And I think that might be why I was pulling that example. So what that boils down to is this is a little bit of an inconsistent energy, meaning that you could hear from him and then not hear from him. There could be a period of like no communication. And or he could be communicating with you and also talking to other people. You know, he could be maybe wanting to communicate with you and then all of a sudden his priorities shift to maybe going into work mode and then you don't hear from him for a while. So I think there's just like excitement here. I think that maybe he feels he has something to prove to you and he wanted to share this information that he's really excited about. Maybe you haven't heard from him for a while because there's nothing really to have been to have reported, but maybe, you know, he's excited and feels like it's something that he wants to show. So it's kind of like a show offy, prove. You know, you want to connect with people when your life is going really well because you want to have something to say. So that is what I'm getting, Tina. Hopefully this resonates with you. Feel free to message me on PayPal with any follow-up if you have any questions, or on Instagram. That's good too. Oh, hey, you're here. You're here. I'm so sorry. I just saw your text. Or your messages. Oh, he's a romantic interest, Sag on and off. Oh, shoot. So then that inconsistent energy is continuing. I'm so sorry. He's owner of a special effects company. Well known. It makes sense. Okay. Dang. Yeah, I feel like that on and off energy is still here. I'm sorry to say. If I saw like a king of pentacles or something like that, I would say maybe the energy is stabilizing. But that 7 of cups, I mean, you can Google it. 7 of cups is just everything's up in the air. I'm making lots of choices, lots of decisions. Nothing's pinned down. Lots of options. So yeah. And again, this is from his perspective. So I feel like maybe you're going to be feeling that hot and cold from him continuing for now, at least. But that's really cool, though. That's awesome. Was there anything else you wanted to add on for? Because I'm going to be signing off. I have one more reading to do, but it was requested to do offline. So I just wanted to make sure before I go that there wasn't anything else you wanted. Okay, you're welcome, Tina. It was good seeing you. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram still, but I don't want to like make any promises because clearly my life is very unpredictable right now. But my plan is to be here around this time every day, sometime between like 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A couple times a week, maybe like Monday through Thursday, my sister's going to watch my son. And I'm going to sign on for like an hour, hour and a half, something like that, a few times a week. So that's my plan. So just keep an eye out for like this time of day, because that's more than likely when you'll be seeing me. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.